All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Akakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim and the few Akwat who may be listening. This is your brother Batakallah from the GMS camp here in Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. All right, and the title of this lesson is No Matter What. All right, and, no matter what happens, this devil is going to be taken out and they're going into captivity, man. No matter what we go through as individuals, of the hopeful elect, no matter what, trials and tribulations the Lord sets in front of us, no matter what these devils cook up, leading up to their downfall, it doesn't matter. All right. At the end of the day, the Lord said that these devils would be taken out of power and they'd be put in captivity. And after that, they'd be destroyed. And that's going to happen. All right. No matter how things look right now or going forward, at the end of the day, these devils are going to lose. All right. And it's going to that defeat is going to come at the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is Numbers 23:19. It says, Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? All right, so the Lord does not lie. The Lord said these devils were going to get put into captivity and be punished for the things they've done to us, that they would receive double for those things. And that's what's going to happen, man. All right. Regardless, no matter what we got to go through, or no matter how things look on paper, this story ends with this devil going into captivity and Yahweh Shai coming back and destroying this kingdom, man. Period. All right. And we're getting closer and closer to that day. All right. And as we get closer and closer, hey, man, things are going to get more difficult for us. Things are going to look bad on paper. Things are going to get worse, as far as our comfort is concerned. That's not to say that the Lord is not going to take care of us at the end of the day, but we're going to have to go through some things, man. But no matter what we go through, the story ends with this kingdom being destroyed and this devil going into captivity. All right. And we got to have faith in that and understand that that's what's going to happen, man, so that we can make sure that we position ourselves on the right side of this judgment that's coming to the earth, Lord willing, because all these jakes that are joined unto Esau, they're going to receive their part in the second death, man, which is by thermonuclear fire and chariot fire. This is Exodus 21:16. It says, and he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall be surely put to death. All right. And we are in captivity under this devil. We have been for, since the 1700s. No, since the 1500s, excuse me. All right. Salakia, since the late 1400s, early 1500s. All right. If I'm not mistaken, and don't, Salakia if I'm wrong, but I believe that that wicked ass nigger Cristobal Colon came over here in like 1492 and started enslaving and destroying the Northern Kingdom then. And then, of course, the Southern Kingdom was brought into the mix shortly after that. All right. But ever since that time, we've been in the hand of this devil. They've bought us. They've sold us. They've put us to death. They've done every wicked thing in the book. Shit that you can't even think of with your mind, with your own mind. These devils have done to us. All right. And they have not let us go. And they refuse to let us go. All right. And matter of fact, we're in the point in time now where, just like Pharaoh, these devils are hardening their hearts repeatedly. All right. And the Lord's going to destroy them just like he destroyed Pharaoh. But it's going to be even worse than that. This is Revelation 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. So these devils wanted to put the apple of the Lord's eye in captivity. They're going into captivity for that. And they're going to get double portion of what they gave us. But it's going to be in righteousness. All right. We're not going to be doing no buck breaking or any of that other weirdo shit that these devils was involved in. But make no mistake about it. The righteous captivity that these devils are going to get put in is going to be the worst, man. They're going to suffer worse than anybody. And it's going to be in righteousness. Ain't going to be no wicked ass shit going on, all right? Because at the end of the day, we received the worst captivity in the history of the earth here in America. And the scriptures say that these devils will receive double for what they've done to us. So it's going to be bad news for them. And like I said, it's going to be in righteousness. This is Numbers 35 and verse 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right, and this devil has shed the blood of Israelites and other heathens all across this land here in America, all right? But in particular, Israelites, all right? The northern kingdom, all right? Whether it be Gad, Reuben, all right? Ephraim, Simeon, all the way through North and South America, the whole northern kingdom, man. All right? The southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, have found nothing but pain and suffering on this side under this devil, man. Death, sorrow, all right? A living nightmare, all right? These devils have done all that. And the only way to cleanse this land is by putting these devils to death just like they did to us, all right? And then when you come back in the reincarnation, you're going to be a fucking slave, man. For 1,000 years, you're going to go through that cycle over and over again. And then after 1,000 years, you're going to be exterminated from the earth, man. Period, point blank. This is Obadiah 1 and 18. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. All right. So guess what? The Lord said that these Edomites, these devils, the so-called white man, all right, they're going to get erased from the earth. They're going to get put out of the earth. They're going to serve their captivity first, and then they're going to get erased, man. And these are promises, man. These are promises. These are guarantees. You can take this to the bank, as they say in the world. All right. And we wholeheartedly believe this and know that this is going to happen. All right. And that's why we're doing our best to position ourselves on the right side of things. Because guess what? You fucking niggas that want to love Esau and want to do everything except for what the Lord said, you're going to receive nuclear fire for that. All right. And the whole way leading up to them nukes dropping over here, you're going to be suffering the worst suffering that ever existed on the earth, man. The time of Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time like no other. And you niggas going to be right in the thick of it. All right. That's why we putting in this work now in hopes that the Lord will have mercy on us and protect us in those times and ultimately grant us salvation when those nukes come over here, man. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So all of the things that these scriptures speak about are guaranteed to either have happened or are still in the process of happening and going to happen in the future. Okay? There are certain prophecies that already took place. There are certain prophecies that have not fully taken place but are in the process of taking place now. And there are certain prophecies that are going to take place in the future, man, that haven't, we pretty much everything is in motion now. But it's either things that have already happened or things that are coming to pass and going to happen in the future, man. And we know this. That's why we're seeking out our salvation with fear and trembling. And Lord willing, the Lord will have mercy on us and allow us to endure to the end and be delivered out of this fucking place, man. But just remember, Akim, when this shit getting difficult, because it's getting difficult, but it's going to get way worse. All right, you got to remember that this is guaranteed that the Lord is coming back to do this, man. And just like he's coming back to destroy these devils and these wicked-ass two-third niggas and the rest of these heathens, the Lord is also sending Yahushua back to deliver his elect as well. All right, so we're going to continue to do this work, and we're going to continue to strive for our crown so that we can receive mercy, Lord willing. Okay? But with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim and the few Aquat who may be listening. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, Kwam Yasharala Wa Ababa Ball.